Oh, shoot. I hope that's not too far away. I don't know, we're giving this a try. It's alright. Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be opening and checking out the Dryguy Force Dry DX. This was a nice present I bought myself, and I need a boot dryer. This one looked pretty good. I got it on Black Friday for a lovely deal. So we are going to open it up here and give it a look-see. So, what do we have? Our instructions, our protective boxes, what appears to be, the foot dryers. Well, durability test, check. Cut the wire, don't cut the wire. Alright, I hope you can work in this audio to wherever you want, but I guess after doing that one thing I did forget to mention, Josh, is I would like to cover the build quality of this really quickly. We are all plastic pieces. It doesn't really matter to me, although I guess one nice thing when they are metal parts, since this will be mostly drying wet items, and when you have metal, then it'll rust, and you don't want rust. So plastic is good, to prevent rust, as well as to make sure it lasts a very long time. But I am excited about that. All the pieces are plastic. Ooh, boot's nice and warm, so that is good. That does not unplug there. Well, looking at this, it does not look like there is a monitor or a sensor should this tip over, so I guess that is why you would want to ensure you have a nice clear radius around it. Otherwise it could knock over and pick up something highly flammable that flames at like 100 degrees. But hopefully you do not have that. Well, I'm guessing based on this we're going to go left side over here and right side over here. If you can see from these, we've got right and left, and then there is some space on each side, so that way it airs to the side. So when you put them on here to extend it up, you don't want to put the right side over here, because then it would give you extra space in the unit. You want that, oh no! You want that extra space outside the unit. Then as far as these go, I'm guessing what I need to do is I just need to grow some and shove it on there. Like so. It is a tight fit, and I just want to make sure it was on there properly, and it is, so there we go. And now, all I need to do to operate this unit is we've got the heat and no heat setting. We must turn the dial past the 180 degree mark to set the timer. That is what it said right here. Right. Turn timer knob clockwise to the 180 mark to initiate activate the timer. Then turn knob counterclockwise back to the desired drying time. Alright, that makes sense. So to turn it on, take the drying knob here, turn it all the way to 180 over here, and then back to the minute mark you want, and then you signify whether you want to use no heat or heat on the items. It says to not use anything past 3 hours. You've got 4 nozzles here, which is one of the main things why I wanted this product here, so that way I could dry 4 pairs of shoes or 2 boots and gloves or 4 gloves. whatever I wanted. Most of the time it will be a pair of shoes, and I did enjoy how it has these nice extenders, so that way instead of having 4 smaller units to dry, I can get these extenders which fit a boot pretty well. Let's find out. Alright, to give us a try, I grabbed 3 of my most common shoes in which I wear. Let's try a normal tennis shoe on the standard dryer. It looks pretty good there. Put it on the boot one. I mean, that's probably about the same. I guess it just depends on if you want a little bit more support in the boot with the higher nozzle rather than just shoving the tube up there, which has a smaller ventilation hole down here, where this way there's a little bit more ventilation, I think, around it. So that's a standard shoe there. Let's go with my hiking boots. If these are drenched, we put it on here. It pretty much just smothers the whole thing. I'm not a big fan of that, but what I do enjoy is this big honking tube there. So that way it fits up in there to hold that. It has some more structure with the ventilation there. So I do enjoy that, and it holds it up. And look, if I wanted to do a smaller shoe, I guess I could do that there. And then we've got my other pair of shoe, which I'm guessing will fit very similar to this shoe. Kind of just rest down there. I do enjoy the shoe hold here, which I'll probably use. And let's see what it looks like with gloves on. Alright, and now I've got 2 standard gloves that I wear all the time. We've got a 5-fingered glove. Just throw that right on there. That looks pretty good. It's probably most common how I'll use that. I don't think I will be using the special shoehorn because my glove barely fits in there. So we would just be leaving it sit there. And then my mitten, which got 5 fingers and a mitten flip up. If I were to use this here, what it looks like is that with a lot more room to come out. But yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Let me, man, I should have gotten an extension cord first. I'm gonna get an extension cord, plug this in, and let's see how well the heat comes out. Alright, we got our extension cord. We've got our outlet here. We plug it in. Looking at this, we want to try the no heat first. Let's see how much air this thing pushes. Set the timer, turn it all the way to 180, and then we'll turn it back to, is it like 30 minutes? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it sucks in air in the fan here, it pushes it down and comes out here. It's pushing some good air. I don't have an aerometer, but I don't even know what they're called. There we go. Oh, there's holes in the bag. I was kind of hoping it would push the bag off to show how much air is coming out. That's not the case. Hold on. As you can tell, I'm very scientific with these tests. But if we hold our napkin test, I mean, it was holding it up. I mean, that's holding it up right there. So we take it off. No air. Beautiful. Watch the napkin. We bring it over the air. We drag it out. I mean, that's. I feel like that's some good push, because otherwise, it droops. We drag it over, and I mean, hold on, I need to get the balance just right. There we go. Look at that. And then it droops. So that's some. I think that's some good airflow. Let's switch it over to heat now. Let's feel what we can get with heat on this thing. Ooh. You can smell it. Oh yes, a 3-hour timer, no heat, no heat switch. Will not harm any linens or garments. 4 built-in dryer ports. Stabilizing feet on all 4 corners. That is true, there are some nice feet, which means it doesn't rock. So I like that. Max temp 105 degrees Fahrenheit. 40.5 degrees Celsius. Well, let's see. I've got the ThermaPro meat thermometer. So we're getting very official on this one. Current air temperature. We're showing 66 degrees and falling. Can we catch that? Beautiful. I hope this works well. Now, we are shoving it in. Are you reading that? Oh, sorry. Oh yeah. See it? 85, 86, 87. Wonder how long it takes to get up to temperature. Alright, well, I'm gonna let this run for another couple minutes. Let's see how hot we can get it up to with this.
Operating instructions. Plug the Dryguy Force Dry DX into any standard 120 volt 60 Hz electrical outlet. 2. The Dryguy Force Dry DX dries 2 pairs of ski boots at once, or ski boots and ski gloves together, or snowboard boots and gloves simultaneously, along with all other types of shoes: hiking, golf, basketball, soccer, and all other cleated and athletic shoe. The Dryguy Force Dry DX dries children's shoes, mittens effortlessly as well. 3. Carefully slide footwear, ski boots, or gloves onto dry nozzle, being careful not to restrict airflow at the bottom or block the airflow into the blower assembly. 4. Place ski boots on dry nozzle with buckles facing away from one another. 5. Install the 2 external tubes with anvils provided when drying boots up to 16 inches tall. Force Dry DX dries boots and gloves together, or 2 pairs of boots and other types of shoes simultaneously. By utilizing the 2 14-inch extender tubes supplied in the box, remove the 14-inch extender tubes and anvils if you wish to dry athletic shoes, low-back boots only, ski boots or gloves, children's shoes or mittens, drying up to 4 garments simultaneously. 6. Select the heat or no heat setting by pressing the rocker switch at the bottom of the motor housing. 7. Turn time knob clockwise to 180-minute mark to initially activate the timer. Then turn knob counterclockwise back to desired drying time. Operating time: 1 to 3 hours. Avoid over drying. Drying time varies depending on extent of moisture, temperature, and humidity, and size of footwear or garment. We normally recommend a minimum of 1 hour drying time every time your boots are used. Well, in operation, the unit, although relatively quiet, produces minimal noise. This is a normal condition and does not indicate a problem. Well, I wonder how many calls they got about the unit making noise before they had to put that disclaimer in. Maintenance: use only mild soap and a damp cloth to clean Dryguy. Force Dry DX: never let any liquid get inside the motor. Never immerse any part of the motor into liquid. And those are the operating instructions for Dryguy.
Well, I have
Force
let this
Dry
thing run
DX.
for, what, probably like 15, 20 minutes now, which I think is a fair assessment for what temperature we can get up to. And looking at this, hold on, I'm not sure. Looking at this, we are at currently the temperature of, in degrees Fahrenheit, 102.9, 3.1, 0.3, 6, 8. Oh, come on, we're almost there. Get to 104. Claims to 105, but I'd be happy with 104. Okay, now we're going down. 103, 103.3, which, okay, which, in all honesty, I'm totally happy with that. I think it will do an outstanding job. And just think, when you are up in the boot, as this one is, let's see. So I've had this one on for a handful of minutes now. Let's see what temperature we can find. 96. Well, it's not as hot. Oh no. Okay. Well, it's not as hot, but it's blowing like 104, which I'm happy with. 103.6, I think, is what we got up to. And I'm sure if I let this thing run another 20 minutes, it would probably get at the temperature what we need. But I feel nice hot air blowing out the bottom of this boot. So I'm super happy with that. I'm very excited with how this will work at drying all of my boots. So I hope this video has been helpful for you on making a decision on whether or not you should go with the Force Dry DX. I think it should do very well for what I need to do. I just need a boot dryer, and this was a great deal at a great price. And so I am excited to have this used for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next